Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I just wanted to come in and run my mouth and talk about the people. Now, listen to this. Remember the last time we talked about Porsha and Simon? I did a video on, let me get the correct date. I did a video on June the 4th, 2024. That's when the video was published. And I said by the end of this week, we're going to have Simon, girl, running that mouth again. Why he acting like he don't want to make the blogs, and why he acting like, girl, the last name Gubadia has been disrespected, right, by the storylining of RHOA. And I was saying how, girl, you want to make the blogs, you want to be discussed, because you're going to keep posting in hopes of making the blogs. What Wendy Williams used to say, girl? Did she say it one time? They like when they make hot topics. Somebody said, I can't remember who said that, girl. They like when they make hot topics. When they act like when they trying to act like they bothered when Auntie used to wear them out in the purple chair. Best believe, girl, those probably over there getting wet between their legs. An entire erection because Wendy Williams was talking about them on national television. Okay? Here we go again with, girl, Mr. Simon. Oh, let me say something. This is the YBF. Okay. So one of you mentioned this in the comment section the last time we talked about. I mentioned something from their blog. I have been calling the YBF, they BF for the longest. It's absolutely incorrect. I have been following this blog probably since, I'll say I first heard of them. It was when I was working at a call center. This had to be around 2006, 2007, somewhere around there. And this was back in the day when I think when blogs first were became popular. This was when I found out about Gossip. Remember Nicole, Bitchie? Remember her, Nicole? You know, I used to love her. I remember I used to always go to the girl who was beefing with Funky, Michelle. I used to always go to her blog, straight from the A. That was one of my top blogs. Gossip was one of my top blogs. Straight from the A, Gossip, VYBF, Nicole, Bitchie, Just Jared was another one. Girl, but anyways, I'm saying all that to say that I have been saying they BF and it's not they BF, right? I just remember when I first was introduced to them, I used to always say they BF, and it just kind of stuck. But it actually is the YBF, the Young, Black, and Fabulous. So anytime you hear me say, I'm going to try to make sure it sticks now. But anytime you hear me say, "Oh, this is according to they BF," I really mean this is according to the YBF, which is the Young, Black, and Fabulous. So I just wanted to just put that out there. Someone corrected me in the comment section. Shout out to you. I've been knowing forever. Again, I've been following them for a very long time. It's just one of those things that when I first found out about their blog, it was just, that's what I was calling it. Even after I was corrected the first time, I still say they BF. Okay. So yeah. All right. So this is according to the YBF, the Young, Black, and Fabulous. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me bring it back up. Let me unlock my iPad. Okay. Here we go. So Simon Gubadia has reportedly issued a cease and desist to RHOA producers and filming crew to prevent estranged wife Porsha Williams from filming in the $300,000 Rolls Royce he gifted her. When I tell you this, In Touch Weekly reports the details. The letter explained that this correspondence serves as a legal demand to cease and desist all video recording, taping, photography, and filming of the 2021 Rolls-Royce Ghost vehicle legally owned by Mr. Simon Gubadia. His lawyer explained Mr. Gubadia purchased and insured the 2021 Rolls-Royce Ghost solely in his name on October 26, 2021. The attorney continued, Mr. Gubadia remains the sole legal owner of the vehicle. As such, please note that Mr. Gubadia does not consent to the release, disclosure, or publication of the Rolls-Royce, nor does he consent to the taping, filming, photography, or recording of the Rolls-Royce, including any aspects of any activity in or about the Rolls-Royce. This is a petty mess. The letter told producers, you are notified that pursuant to Georgia law, you are ordered to cease and desist any and all photographing, video recording, taping, and filming of the Rolls Royce. Simon already attempted to prevent her from living at their home with a cease and desist about their mansion. The judge presiding over the estranged couple's bitter divorce awarded Porsha temporary exclusive use of the home they shared during the marriage, though despite Simon's objections. Simon then wanted to prevent RHOA cameras from filming inside of their home. The judge has not yet ruled on whether cameras can be allowed inside. When I tell you. So one of the things he posted was no more Africans, no more Rolls Royces, hashtag buy your own. Let me just say something. This is not random, but it's random, but it's not. I was talking about the Real Housewives of New Jersey and how there's this thing with a lot of housewives, with a lot of housewife fans that believe that because these women are like OGs of the show, that's their show. And anyways, this is some of what I had to say. This convo about it being Teresa's show is asinine. It's like your man buying you a car, but it's in his name. Message, girl. That's all I'm gonna read. I ain't gonna read the rest because it ain't got nothing to do with the story. Girl, let me read that again. It's like your man buying you a car, but it's in his name. Message, girl, it don't count. Let me tell y'all something. I'm not trying to boo-boo on nobody's dream. But if your man bought you a car and it's in his name, it ain't your car. It's his. And if mad day come, he gonna let you know it's his. If you ain't bought me no car and it's in my name and it's paid off in full, I don't want it. Hello? I needed to be paid off in full and I needed to be in my name. Hello? Anyways, another post he put up was question: is it appropriate to exchange expensive gifts with an ex while legally married to someone else? Hashtag inquiring minds want to know. I woke up curious. Off-topic responses will get you restricted or blocked. Girl. P.S. Would while married and living together provide clarity to you, or are you just struggling mentally? Girl, y'all know again, girl, y'all know, girl, you know, pigs must be flying for me to even halfway sound like I'm defending Porsha. Girl, Simon, Simon, you were literally just out here in these streets just about a month and a half ago with a whole nother woman, posted up with Nene and that man who she was opening her legs to. Close your legs to marry man, Nene. Ain't that what you told him? That man who she was messing around with, off and on. Girl. So for you to sit here and say, even if Porsha, I'm assuming, I don't know if he's trying to say that Porsha bought Dennis a gift. I don't know. Or whatever ex it was. You know, she had a whole bunch of boyfriends on the show. But even if she did, you ain't got no room to talk. You was just prancing some lady around just the other day. You talking about can you buy, what did he say? Is it appropriate to exchange expensive gifts with an ex while legally married to someone else? Is it appropriate to be dating another bitch while you still married to somebody else? Girl, are you crazy? Like, are you serious? Like, girl, what? Girl, am I tripping? Am I tripping? Y'all just let me know, am I making stuff up? Girl, how you gonna sit here trying to call this lady out for whatever doing whatever she doing, exchanging gifts, but you prancing a whole nother woman around and taking pictures with her for the World Wide Web to see? Oh, girl, why you even got me down here defending Porsha? God. I told y'all, Simon trying to act like he does not want to be in the vlogs. He's trying to, the other day it was all this. I want to apologize to my family because of the disrespect that's been brought to our last name, Gubadia. And, people trying to use our last name as it's trying to use, basically wrapping us up into a storyline. Simon, the people say you've been scamming since 62. The people say you've been scamming since 1962. We don't even know if Simon Gubati is your real name, baby. All of this is alleged. We don't know. There is much stuff. Girl, they say you owe these people private jets. I mean, you owe the private jet company $1 million. Girl, they say you don't own houses. Girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then you got the nerve to be down here trying to act like, girl, all of a sudden, girl, RHOA is bringing so much shame to your last name. Baby, you brought the shame to your last name. And if we're going to be honest about it, if you cared that much about your last name, you wouldn't have just hopped up and married Porsha to begin with if you were that concerned about your last name. As far as I'm concerned, like I told y'all, it's two stunt queens trying to outstun each other. That's it. That's it. That's all. You got Porsha, who's a stunt queen. She been girl. You got Simon, who's a stunt queen. You got two stunt queens trying to outstunt each other. That's it. Okay? But like I also said too, Porsha, you in for the time of your life. I've been telling y'all that girl Simon is going to swing Porsha every which way but loose. It ain't gonna stop. He already told y'all in one of the posts that he ain't got nothing but time and patience. He told y'all that. I have been saying, tell the people, have I not been saying, Porsha met her match. Porsha met her match. You're not gonna easily outstunt a stunt queen. That's an old school scammer, baby. Allegedly. That's an old school scammer. Simon the same age as your mama, Porsha, probably older. Around the same age. You think you about to pull a fast one over Simon Gubadia? Girl. A Nigerian scammer, allegedly? Girl. You met your match. But Simon, you petty. Girl, Simon is so petty. Girl, because Simon said, I don't even want you filming in my car. Girl, goddamn. Girl, she can't film in the house. She can't film in a house. Girl, Peach Juice can't film in the car. Girl, baby. Simon is a mess. Is his microphone on? Okay, the microphone is on. Girl, Simon is a mess. Shout out to Porsha, honey. Hopefully she'll figure it out. Oh, girl, listen to this. This is so sad. Celine Dion describes what having a spasm feels like with stiff person syndrome. So this is a small part of what Celine had to say. So let's listen to a little clip.
Somebody's strangling you. It's like somebody's pushing your larynx this way. So it's like you're talking like that, and you cannot go high or lower. It gets into a spasm. It started here. Yeah. No. Okay, it's gonna be fine. But it can also be in the abdominal, can be in the spine, can be in the ribs. But it feels like if I point my feet, they will stay in an. Or if I cook, because I love to cook. Mm-hmm. My fingers, my hands will get in a position. Like my cramping. Feet, it's cramping, but it's like in a position of like you cannot unlock them. I had broken ribs at one point because sometimes when it's very severe, it can break some spasm so hard that it can break a rib. Mm-hmm.
When I said that the first few times I listened to that, it literally broke my heart. Celine Dion is one of the greatest vocalists that has ever lived. Okay. And I just know that doing what she loves, which is singing, the fact that she has trouble doing that now I know that really breaks her down. It's like, just imagine you doing something that you love to do and then you not being able to do it anymore. I hope for the best when it comes to Celine. Celine is, girl, our cousin. Girl, she's our white cousin. Girl, Celine, girl, I ain't never heard Celine being problematic about Celine being problematic. Celine, girl, she could come to the barbecue as far as I'm concerned. You know, I don't let everybody come to the barbecue. Okay, so girl, for me to be saying Celine can come, hello, Celine can come. Um, I have no words. I have no words. Shout out to Celine Dion, girl. A lot of the girls, I know some of y'all some young divas. I know some of y'all only, some of y'all only know about girl Summer Walker and Ella May, girl. But girl, before Ella May and Summer Walker, girl, it was the real divas, the divas, the divas of the divas of the divas, the girl, the divas. Girl, I'm talking about the back, girl. Girl, y'all know I was about to get started. Girl, let me just say this and then we're gonna move on. Once upon a time, not long ago, in order to get on a stage, you really, really had to be able to sing. Not a little yang yang around the house. Shout out to Funky. I'm not talking about a little yang yang around the house. I'm not talking about, oh girl, a cute little note you hit in the shower. I'm talking about, girl, you had to be able to get on the stage and hang with the best of the best of the best. You had to, girl. You had at once upon a time, girl. You had the Celine Dion, the Mariah Carey, the Whitney Houston, the Tamia, the Deborah Cox. Like, girl, you had the girls who, girl, the Tony Braxtons, girl. You know what I'm saying? Before that, the Anita Bakers. Like, girl, you had the girl, and then we transitioned on up to like the Jessie J's, and girl, the Ariana Grandes. Like, I don't really go. I don't go for Ariana Grande like that. Then you had the girl like JoJo, like you had the girls of the girl, like you had to, but back then you had to. That's why I think there's always this thing with me and the girls of yesterday, because I don't think, like, I understand times are changing, but it's just something about the Celine Dion's and the Tony Braxtons and the Whitney Houstons and the Mariah Careys, the girls who really, like, girl, could really, they will wear the girls low. They would. They would wear the girls low. Celine would wear the girls. Celine was the girl who you could put on stage with the black girls, and the black girls would be nervous. Now she might not beat all of them. She gonna beat some of them though. Celine Dion is that type of girl. I got my white girls I go up for, girl. Girl, Celine, Kelly Clarkson, Pink. Okay? Now I got some white girls who I go up for. Okay? Don't ever get it twisted. I got some white girls who I put on stage. Right along with Jasmine and Fantasia and Beyonce. Girl, I got some white girls who I put on stage. And they not gonna be embarrassed even if they got beat vocally. We all gonna be looking like, ooh, girl, that was close, but girl, she won. Okay, girl, that was close. You kind of almost beat her, but girl, she won. Girl, it was a tie. girl, Whitefish was wearing you out, girl. Girl, Miss White, girl, Whitefish was wearing you low, sister. It was that last note. She took it home. You know what I'm saying? That's what some of the white girls be giving me, girl. Yeah, shout out to Celine Dion, though. We love Celine Dion. We love Celine Dion. We love Celine Dion. And I don't know if she'll get better. Hopefully she does. All right. All right, y'all. Let me see what else we have to talk about. Back down memory lane. I was in here listening to Minnie earlier, girl. Oh, can I say something? Andy Cohen accuses Carole Radziwill. I know she's a housewife. I don't know anything about this lady, but I just wanted to talk about something that she said. Excuse me, this is according to Reality Blurb of being anonymous housewife who shaded him in recent profile. So Andy Cohen accused Carole of being the anonymous housewife who shaded him in a recent profile for New York Magazine. He also clarified a quote from his friend Anderson Cooper, who said Andy is paddling under the water. It was suggested that the quote meant Andy was trying hard to maintain his career amid recent allegations from former Bravo stars. In the profile for New York Magazine, an unnamed Real Housewives of New York alum gave a quote claiming that the show stopped being about funny arguments. I'm going to read her entire quote, not right now. And this is what Andy had to say. I'm going to read it after I tell you what Andy had to say. I know exactly who it is. It's Carole, he stated, like no question. It's like the one mean quote in there, and it's the only one anonymous quote. It's like there are 18 reasons why it's Carole. But it's so weird, he went on. Carole has said a lot of unkind things about me that she's tweeted and been quoted about. So I was like, why are you going off the record here? I don't understand. Why not just put your name to it? He said the quote was from a former New York housewife who was fired or something. We haven't fired that many New York housewives. Girl, you haven't. Girl, you fired a whole cast. You fired the whole cast, girl. What you talking about? Girl, I see Eddie be lying. Y'all let me know. Have they fired a lot of New York housewives? I feel like, girl, you fired a whole cast. Okay? At one time. Pink slip, white box, 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 pink slip, white box. Girl. So this is what Carole had to say. Let me bring it up. Okay, so this is according, I got this from All True Tea. Shout out to All True Tea. The quote from the anonymous source. The show went from silly humor about middle-aged women getting drunk and being delusional about their status and having funny, petty arguments to housewives investigating and doing opposition research and making up false storylines and leaking stories on each other and trying to get one another fired, says one former New York housewife. After she was fired, she came across a widely circulated online video of Cohen's baby shower in which Lisa Rinna encourages the housewives to get up on the tables and dance. Dance for Andy and his baby, she instructs. Dance like your effing life depends on it. Girl, this. I just thought it was such a cringe moment, says the former housewife, because that's the dynamic. Everyone just dances for Andy Cohen. Girl. One thing I want to say is this. Some of the girls, girl, that's the boss. You know what I'm saying? So I could see some of the girls kissing his tail. I probably would too, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I do want to talk about is what she said. The show went from silly humor about middle-aged women getting drunk and being delusional about their status and having fun, petty arguments to housewives investigating and doing opposition research and making up false storylines and leaking stories on each other, trying to get one another fired. I think the girls and the boys who have watched The Housewives since the inception know what Housewives was originally supposed to be about. Things have changed. Things always change. I'll use season 5, Fight Night, Potomac. I think there are a group of people who came into the Housewives game late, and Housewives is not supposed to be about what it gives now. That's why I was satisfied. Was it necessarily review worthy, like coming down here every week to give a review over every episode? No, but I was absolutely satisfied with the latest season of the Real Housewives of New York, the reboot. I thought the season was good. I thought it was good. Yes, were they arguing over caviar and cheese? Yes, that's really what Housewives is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about these women who argue over dumb, stupid stuff. Because in their reality, girl, they really don't have nothing going on. Like in our world, we arguing over real stuff. In their world, right, they argue over caviar. They argue over cheese. They argue over their status, in the group. And somewhere, somehow, we went from the girls just having petty arguments, shading and reading, to girl, now you got Jen Shaw out here, girl, stealing from old people. You got Apollo out here, fraud, taking from people. Girl, let me shut up. You got Porsha and Phaedra accusing Candy and Todd of the R word. Like it literally took a completely different turn. And when I say that people act as if they don't like that stuff, they do. People don't want the old school housewives anymore. They want the salaciousness. They want the dirty. They want the dark. As much as people say we don't like dark, you do. You do. You're not going to say it. Not you. Well, y'all, but not y'all. Okay. The people love it. I don't think we'll ever have the housewives where they do get into arguments. Now it has turned into, and I can say I think a lot of them, from Kenya to Porsha, all of them have had their hand in the cookie jar, right? They've all kind of went there before, right? Now they might not go deep as Porsha and Phaedra, right? But they've all had a hand in, I think a lot of the housewives have, because once it started to change, I think they started to be like, okay, well, girl, this is the direction that we're going, girl. It's just, I don't think that what Carole said was too, maybe he was pissed off that she said basically she's trying to say, girl, whenever Andy snaps his fingers, girl, they jump. Or whenever he say jump, they ask him how high. Maybe that's what he was offended by. But on some real shit, the beginning of what Carole said was spot on. Was spot on to me. Anyways, I don't know nothing about that white lady, but she was right. She was right. Absolutely, 100%. Anyways, girl, it is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, honey. All right, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good day. Bye, y'all.